Brandon Hixson is a singer, songwriter, producer, worship pastor, and saxophonist from Dallas, Texas. He has been actively involved in music since he was a child growing up on the lake in Dawson, Texas.
And the feeling never went away. I feel you flowing through my vintage day. I can remember sitting in the back seat of my mother's car when I was 5 years old, and a song came on the radio. And it moved her so much that she had to pull the car over, and she just cried. And I asked her from the back seat, "Mama, what's the matter?" And she said, "The song has just really moved me." And I learned at that moment just how powerful music was. When I finally make it home, I wanna see your smiling face, Jesus, through my tears. There's 1,000 different stories and a million distant dreams. I pray that you find the glory.
Brandon graduated high school in 1996 and joined his first band with longtime friends Preston and Brandon Cade.
I know you're out there. We started a band called God-Fueled. Preston came in one night when I was working at Brookshire's in the deli, and he said, "Hey, you want to start a band?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Our first gig is Friday," and it was a Tuesday. The gig was so bad, but it was so much fun.
Brandon Hixson married Karen Thompson, an MK from Ecuador, South America in 2000, and graduated with an all-level music degree from East Texas Baptist University in 2001. Hixson spent the next 8 years as a high school band director.
Every time that you pull me near, just to rest in your embrace. Every time that you wipe my tears, just to kiss your loving face.
In 2008, Brandon was awarded an internship in Nashville, Tennessee at the Dark Horse Studio. Hixson had taken a year to work on a project called Splendorly, a personal project that he had written, produced, and performed all on his own.
Qualification for that internship was that one had to write and record and produce an entire project all by themselves. And thankfully, I was the intern that was selected for the 2008 year. Wait for me by those golden gates. So hold on to the dream. It's not as bad as it seems.
Brandon Hixson left his teaching career to become a worship pastor in 2009.
The first church that I served in was First Baptist Church of Cedar Hill. It was the oldest church in all of Dallas County. I served there until God called me to Tabernacle Baptist Church in January of 2013. He hears each tear before it falls. He feels the sorrow of the broken. Is the snow falling down on the streets of gold? Are the mansions all covered in white? His love is enough. His love is enough.
Hixson joined Racing Gravity in 2009.
Racing Gravity was a group of talented musicians from the Dallas area. And it was in this band that we got to meet some incredible people and get to have some incredible experiences. Every knee bowed down, with our hands lifted high, let's worship Him now. I can tell you about my riches and the causes in my name. You know the story, we've heard it before, but let us tell us we've got to give more.
Some of Hixson's most recognizable songs have been about personal relationships and people in his life.
My mom died of cancer when I was 26 years old, and I wasn't there the day that she passed away, and that always really haunted me. But I remember going home after her funeral and noticing that some of the trees started losing their leaves, and what a surreal moment that was for me. Love never fades away. No, I feel you in the morning My grandmother continues to be one of the most influential women in my life. My grandparents took on the responsibility of raising twin children in their 60s, and she didn't complain when she had to go back to work as a waitress. She would come home from her long days standing on her feet, and she would pop in her favorite Dolly Parton 8-track, and we'd sing and dance around the house. And she would tell me and my sister that we were her miracles that God gave to her. When my daughter Kaylin was a little girl, and before she'd go to bed at night, she and I would play this game. You know the game. It's the game where you try to outlove the other person. What a beautiful moment that was for me, and I wanted to capture those sweet, innocent moments with the song I Love You More.
I love you to the moon and stars, then all around the world, then back into your heart. I kiss her and walk to the door and whisper what I've said before. I love you more.
I never saw a picture of my birth father until I was 39 years old. I remember laying awake at night wondering where he was and what he looked like. It consumed me so much that it became part of my identity. And it wasn't until I became a Christian that I understood that my true identity was in Christ. And it was when I discovered that my identity was in Christ that God told me what really happened to my birth father, and what a remarkable testimony that is.
But there's a picture of you in my room, reminding me my identity is not in you, it's in who called to me.
Brandon has released 18 albums over the last 20 years, including Picture of You in 2016.
What you gonna do when the chains on you are gone? Take the first step home. Don't you know it's time to just let go?
Hixson released Here Is My Heart in 2017.
Felt good to be alive. Shit things to overdrive. When life gets overwhelming as you days, the clouds will soon be breaking free on the way. I hope you dance, just say you'll try. Don't ever be afraid to fly.
And in 2018, Brandon Hixson released Seasons.
I won't be moved, though the rain and the wind pull my sail. You won't let go. Going through the motions, everybody runs without a clue. Don't be afraid of the narrow road. Life is a story that's still untold.
Time marches on. Hixson's 15th album was released in 2021.
But time marches on, life becomes a memory. Pictures fade and our hair turns gray. When the walls start shaking, the ground keeps breaking, I'll be there whenever you fall. Do you hear the angels singing? All is calm as ice. Listen to the angels singing heaven's lullaby.
Brandon Hixson released The Good Old Days in 2022.
So turn the hose on the kids, feel the breeze and the wind while you can, while you can. Don't believe the light that you are through, 'cause I believe the best is ahead of you.
As a child of the 80s, Hixson loved listening to the radio.
When I was a little kid, the radio was like a really close friend to me. It was always available and it always made me smile.
I'm gonna harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. I'm gonna turn and leave you. It's gonna take a lot to take me away from you. It's gonna be a cool night. Just let me hold you by the firelight. You step right into my life.
I released a project earlier this year called Songs That Shaped Me, songs from the 1970s and 1980s that really inspired me as a kid.
Take me to heart, don't deny the miracle. I'm not talking about moving in. Oh, it's a heartache. She'll expose you when she snows you off the feet with the crumbs she throws you. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life.
What a blast it was creating this album. And it was so refreshing to be able to go back to these songs that inspired me so much as a child. The experience really helped me to fall in love with music all over again.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Why don't you find another fool to love you? Don't know what to do and I'm always in the dark. We're living in a power keg and giving off sparks.
As I'm getting older, I'm learning more about myself. And I'm looking forward to writing more.
The lightning crashes and the tempest rage. Take what's broken piece by piece and make me whole again. Lord, your goodness captures my heart.
For more information about Brandon and his music, visit him at www.brandonhixson.com.
So take me to the river and wash my weary soul. Oh Jesus, I call on your name. Restore this wayward sinner and let your mercy flow. Please show